Hey, what's up, guys? This is Mike here with InvestTheory.com. Just wanted to go over a trading strategy that I have been playing around with options, and it's called the Heikin Ashi candlestick method. A Heikin Ashi candle is a momentum-based candle, and it's what we're looking at right here on this chart um, at TradingView.com. So you can go to TradingView.com. You can click up here next to your stock, and here's what regular candles look like. And here is what Heikin Ashi looks like. This area down here at the bottom, this is my MFI money flow index. So, right away you can see that there's some differences when you move from a regular candlestick to a Heikin Ashi candlestick. I'm actually creating another video on the Heikin Ashi series. This is mainly about capturing that momentum in a really quick day trade for options. And the method is really simple. What you have to do is you have to catch a stock that is obviously coming down. So this works great for calls, not so great for puts. You got to look at the 15-minute candle or the 5-minute, depending on how quickly you want to play these day trades. If you're looking at a 5-minute candle, you're looking to scalp, which is really good for 2 to 5%. So that's really great for day trading. I've been day trading in my 401k account, and we've been playing with this method, and it works. However, for a lot of you that have a Robinhood account and don't quite have the funds to do a day trading scalp method, this works pretty well. And so what we're looking at is we're going to want to combine the Heikin Ashi candle with the MFI 14 period. So we are going to want to see the MFI below 20 at an oversold level, and we're going to wait for a green candle. So it doesn't necessarily have to be the first one. You can buy the first one, or you can wait for two solid green candles and buy the second one. Um, totally up to you. In this situation right here, if you were to buy this candle right here, we are looking at a price on American Airlines of $37.90. Now, these are 15-minute candles, so we're going to want to trade this, and we're going to want to sell it when it is oversold, which is right over here at 38.15. That's profit. You could have bought some more right here on the way up. Just depends on what your MFI is looking at. So what I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to go down my watch list and just show how successful this method is. So let's take a look at Apple here. This is the last trading day of Apple. And actually it's the last two trading days. Right here, we see a dip down. This would have been a swing because this is the next morning. You buy right here, one of these candles, either one. MFI is coming up, so the price is 190, 190.20 ish. Next morning, of course, we see this rise all the way up here, but um, we're looking at an open of 190.78. We've got a high of 192s, 192s 40. So that would have been a perfect swing, buying right here when the MFI is low. Let's take a look at the next one. This is ABBV, same situation. Look at this. We buy right here on this first green candle. I typically take a half position on a first green candle if I'm going to want to day trade it, because I know that it does not necessarily mean that the stock is going to start having its volume and momentum, but it's usually a good indication that it's good to take a little small position. And if it happens to drop down a continuous, it's a great way to average down or take your full position before writing it up. So I would have bought right here. We're looking at about $87. MFI gets oversold right here on this red candle, 88.40. When you're trading a stock, $1.40, that's not really that great of a move. When you're trading an option, that is incredible. I can only imagine that these gains were 50% plus. Adobe is our next one. We got the MFI drop down here. Here's the big green candle. So we take a position about 257.50-ish, anywhere in that range. And let's look, MFI, I mean, any time really after this, you could have sold right here. This would have been a dollar gain on the stock when you feel comfortable. You can also trade the VWAP. That says yellow line right here. Once the stock goes above it, you don't want it to go below it. That's another trading method that I will sometimes use as well. But we could have held on to this one and taken profits really anywhere over here, especially around here on the next trading day. But yeah, looking for this nice little jump in price right here would have been a nice option play. AMAT, let's take a look at it. So we got the MFI down here. This is right on the cusp right here of 20. I'm still comfortable with that, because that means the MFI is very oversold still. 20 and below is good buy. We would have taken a position right here. This is about 46.67. Once again, you can start taking profits whenever you like. This one would have taken the next day, and it really wasn't even that impressive. We saw a high of 47.10, so um, this is probably the weakest one so far, but that's still a good 60-cent gain. Not bad. AMD. So right here, we got the MFI's low. Didn't fulfill. I would not have taken a position right here, even though we would have seen some pretty good gains. Um, right down here though, look at this. This is on Friday. This would have been a good candle to purchase for a swing. I typically don't buy on the weekend though, because I like to see what the week holds for me. Let's see right here. This was out of the buy zone, so we would not have taken a position there. Amazon, if you got the funds for that, not really looking at a good buy. Down here though, this is a good buy. 1813. MFI is rising up. Probably going to have a great day, great week. The key to this is combining this strategy with some of the other strategies that we're talking about. So Brad has been talking about buying deep in the money options, because if you look at the theta and you look at the delta, it's going to be the best combo there. So when you combine that with this strategy, you're playing it safe. You're basically eliminating unnecessary losses. You don't want to buy an expiration a couple of days out. You also don't want to play on these earning plays, because it's really, it could go up 80%, it could go down 80%. You don't want to play that. Let's take a look at American Express. Um, this is a great example of how this strategy cannot play out. So obviously nothing is 100%, right? We've taken a look at about a dozen stocks right now. Here's our first failed stock. So we would have taken a position right here on this strategy. And as you can see, bloop, 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 this thing has just been taking a nice little dump. Um, Now we could still hold this. Buying a deep in the money, far out expiration, assuming there's no earnings or anything that's about to happen with American Express, this would have been okay to hold on to, because it probably will have a little bounce back unless something um, comes up. This strategy, of course, like any other strategy, if a news or something happens, it's going to blow it out the window. So keep that in mind. This is great for quick day trades. It can be used for swing trades, but just keep in mind that news can alter that play. Here's Boeing. We had a couple. So right here, as you can see, this is another good example of the strategy really not playing out, at least right here. We could have bought here. We could have bought here. And probably wouldn't have bought here. And right by here. So we would have taken a position here. We would have probably exited, taken a loss, just called it quits if it was a day trade. But still potentially a good swing. Again, this is only the last 2 trading days, so not a whole lot to work with. BABA, It's typically not a good stock to trade right now with the whole tariff situation. We would have taken a candle right here about 187.60. We could have sold right here 188.50 next day, or just about anywhere over here for about a buck gain. Bank of America, none of these hit. This is this is fairly close, but it's still when you when you get out of this 20 marker, I would look for a better play. It's not worth it. This one potentially it started off probably the price started changing. If you were watching this live, you might have taken a position about right here-ish, possibly, but nothing. And looking at hindsight, it's nothing is standing out to me. Best Buy right here, we would have taken a position. This would have been a swing. We would have held on to this, see what the week has got for us. Also, um, this is another one we would have probably bought at the end of the day, swing position. So I can see, as you can see, this the strategy, like any strategy, it's not guaranteed, but it does produce a lot of setups. And you want to make sure you're combining your own due diligence with this, right? So this is just one layer to your entire research and trying to find the next best play. You have to be careful right now too with all of this news, all this trade, tariff situation with the market of how shaky it is right now. You want to make sure you're being careful. Also, if you're trading the Keltner channels, you can combine this strategy with it as well. If the MFI is low and you've got a green candle at the bottom channel, that's a great combo setup right there. So here's Chipotle, nothing, nothing good the last couple of trading days. COP, this is a stock that I follow pretty regularly and have traded multiple times because it trades in a pretty decent channel. Um, but it's had a nice little run lately. But yeah, we could have taken a position about right here, anywhere on this candle. Hopefully not up here though, but maybe 69.80s, 69, about right here would have been great. Could have sold that. Not too, 20 cents. That'll probably would have been 5% gainer on an option. Costco down here. Right here, of course, would have been the Best Buy. We've got our MFI exactly at 20. This is a prime example of this strategy working to the best. We buy right here and we sell right here. You could have traded the VWAP and have kept that going until it got to right here when it crosses. Once it crosses, we would want to exit. Imagine playing that 216, buying down here at 213. That's lovely. That's a beautiful swing play. So this will be the last one that I do. So we buy right here, um, about 42 bucks. And we would have kept on holding that one as a swing. But as you can see, this strategy, it's pretty successful, especially when doing the 5-minute candles. But the 15 minutes are good for capturing more momentum in the day. It's good for intraday and end of day swings. I highly encourage you to go check it out. Again, this is on TradingView. You're going to change the candle to Heikin Ashi. You're going to look at 15-minute. You're going to combine it with the MFI. If you're new to using TradingView and you want to know how to set it up, feel free to go to the Invest Theory YouTube channel. I have a video on how to set up MFI on TradingView. Thanks for watching. I look forward to testing this strategy out with you guys a little more. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me in chat or Discord. Have a great day, guys.